Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So first of all, chosen, I want to talk to you all about the next year of your lives as chosen seed, as well as the next year and how it relates to the powers that were and the karmics. So we are currently in year 8, 2024 adds up to year 8. This is the time of manifestation where you can create the energy of abundance in many different areas of your life. Abundance of peace, abundance of happiness, abundance of love, good relationships, abundance of material wealth, wisdom, all of these things. It's that as above, so below energy. So many of you have spent this year manifesting to become the better version of yourself and to create better external circumstances. And, in year 7, I can tell you, because that year was spiritually, it's a year of spirituality, right? It's spiritual things. It was heavy, heavy, heavy spell work that was being done in year 7 over the chosen. And you might have found yourself really awakening and gaining full clarity about the true nature of a lot of people around you, where they didn't have to say too much. It was just on the soul level. You understood where they stood and where you all stood as a unit. You recognized that there was no real unit and that there was always opposition from particular people in your life. Some of you might have even discovered that these people were doing spell work, dark magic, wicked rituals against you in order to try and prevent you from getting to this year, year 8, where you'd be able to take all of that spiritual wisdom that you have been able to gain and use it to your advantage to become the better version of yourself. They didn't want to see you get into that space of manifesting and utilizing those spiritual gifts to alchemize and transmute energy. And so there was a lot of opposition, a lot of pushback. And that's not to say that it doesn't still exist, but it's lost a lot of its momentum because so many of the chosen have awakened and have begun to step into your power. I just give thanks all the time that the Most High has used me as a vessel to help people to come into remembrance of the powers that you possess in the spiritual realm, because that is where authority lies. It starts there. It doesn't start here. It doesn't start behind the bench in a courtroom. It does not start, with a particular title. It does not start with a certain amount of money in your bank account. No, authority begins in the spiritual realm. And now that so many of the chosen have awakened to their spiritual authority, you've been crowned. You've been placed back on your throne. And so year 8 will be coming to a close. This year has gone by pretty fast. And year 8 will be coming to a close. We're going to be moving into year 9. Year 9 is the year where we're completing cycles here. Things are closing out. And so if there's certain doors that are shutting, don't resist those doors shutting. Let them shut. If there's certain relationships that are closing out, if there's certain contracts that are being revoked or canceled, it doesn't matter what type of contract it is, whether it's a work contract, whether it is a marital contract, whatever type of contract it is, let it close out. Whether it's particular groups that you might have joined and you realize that that's no longer in alignment with who you are becoming, let those contracts close out, because year 9 is the year of completion. And so not only is it the year of completion, but that means that from year 9, we're moving into year 1, which is the year of new beginnings. And so many of you have laid a very solid and stable foundation for yourselves to where you, in this year of manifestation, you are creating a particular climate in the atmosphere, not just for yourself, but for many of the chosen seeds across the 4 corners of the globe, your lineage, okay, your bloodline. You are creating a different type of atmosphere. And so year 9 is really the last year that the karmics, the powers that were, that's the last bit of time that they have to rectify their wrongdoings. We are now in the age of Aquarius, where this is the time of reckoning. This is the year of I know. This is the time of exposure. And so you'll be exposed for the good things that you do. Yes, you'll be recognized and put into the spotlight, but you'll also be exposed for the negative things. Nothing can be hidden. And so we come to a completion where the karmics can no longer work up against us because their magic, their evil eye, their wicked rituals are too weak. They hold no power because you have now taken your throne back in the spiritual realm. And we've shifted the energy to where we now recognize that what was fed to us was all backwards. It was all lies. And it's very important to get ready to embrace year 9. Okay? It's important to get ready to embrace year 9 because the karmics now have to rectify their wrongdoing. It would have been very beneficial had they started a long time ago. But for whatever reason, they had been fooling themselves into believing that they had more time. They fooled themselves into thinking that they could send so much spell work against you that you would never come into remembrance of who you are. And so therefore, they would never have to rectify their wrongdoings. But that was the biggest lie that they could have told themselves. And so now things have shifted. The shift has already happened. Okay, we've already placed out into the atmosphere what we desire to create. So now, as you know, as above, so below. We spent a lot of time here in year 8 sending things up into the spiritual realm. You know, clearing energy, breaking chains, removing anchors, clearing past life traumas, okay, clearing and rectifying our own wrongdoing, healing ourselves, manifesting a new beginning, manifesting justice, manifested that the highest form of righteous judgment would be cast upon the heads of our enemies, the powers that were, and all evildoers of corruption in a U.S. corporation, the religious structure. You know, I don't care what nation they in. If it's negatively impacting the chosen, we have done declarations to destroy that energy and to shift it in our favor. And so now it's a matter of things manifesting in the physical realm. Year 9, again, is going to be the year of closing out cycles. Things will be shut down. Contracts will be severed. People will lose their position of authority. This is the year of reckoning, year 9. And so while you may not, everyone will not see their manifestations come in year 9 because it's the time of closing out cycles. So you're moving things out of the way in preparation for year 1 when that foundation is being laid. And the foundation is exactly what you have been manifesting all of this time. That's what the foundation is going to look like after next year. Okay? So that'll be in 2026. So a lot of you may find yourself like, okay, when am I going to see things change? Some of you are seeing things change right now. But the big breakthrough, I'm talking about on a massive level, the big breakthrough is coming in year 2026. Okay? Year number 1. Brand new beginning. That's when we're going to see it on a much larger scale. That's when I anticipate hearing, you know, a lot of you all say, hey, this massive breakthrough came. You know, I have this major shift that's happened in my life for the better. That's when I anticipate to be able to say the same. Even though I have been able to see quite a few changes happen this year. Okay? I know just based on a pattern of the energy and the way that it's being shown that 2026, year 1, is going to definitely bring some massive breakthrough. So I really encourage y'all to keep going, keep manifesting, keep becoming a better version of yourself. Continue to put your vision out there. Continue to create. Continue to visualize. Because great things are coming. Don't run impatient just because you don't see it happening right now. Things happen in cycles. They happen in stages. And remember, in order to build up a kingdom, you got to first remove the garbage. Okay? You don't want to build up a kingdom on top of a bunch of garbage. You don't want to build up a kingdom, in the midst of a bunch of evil doers, corrupt beings. A kingdom cannot be built with that type of energy present. So it has to be moved out of the way first. Year 9, the year of the completion of cycles. So don't get worried. Don't get discouraged when you see a lot of things breaking down. I'm talking about massive breakdowns, massive destruction, massive exposure, people getting removed from their position of power and authority. Don't let it make you think that, that means that, everything is getting ready to go to hell. No, don't go back into the fear of what religion has taught you. Stand on your 10 toes and remember that this is a necessary shakeup in order to break down things that should not have existed in the first place. But we had to go through a lot of these major cycles, our generations. We had to go through these things because we had to come into remembrance. We had to have all of that foolishness and illusion shaken up out of us. We had to get shaken awake, because otherwise these beings would have been able to continue and maintain their authority even over our offspring and future generations to come. So let's continue to stand together, continue to do your rituals, continue to stay in alignment with the Most High Mother and Father, and continue to focus on becoming the best version of yourself every day. Every day. Be patient and know that things are moving. They are most definitely shifting. Just because you don't see it all happening at once in the physical realm, in the 5D and higher realms, there's always movement. There's always change that's occurring on your behalf and on behalf of the other chosen seeds across the 4 corners of the globe. So that's my message for you all. If you have anything to add, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let me know what you have to add to this. I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all next time.